LG G3 is a lot to live up to. Its predecessor, the G2, raised the smartphone bar really high, and LG has become known for making Google's excellent Nexus smartphones. So now that the LG G3 has been unveiled, does it live up to its quality promise? Let me go ahead and take a look. So to start off with, the LG G3 is absolutely amazing in its design. Although LG was only showing off the shine gold and metal black versions, both look stunning, and future versions of the G3 should look just as amazing in person. In the hand, the G3 is surprisingly light, weighing in at only around 150 grams, 10 grams less than the HTC One M8, so it feels comfortable to hold thanks to its curvier design and balanced weight. Despite having a larger 5.5-inch screen, LG has managed to somehow shrink the bezels down to almost nothing, so it means it's not as awkward to hold as other phones with equally gigantic screens. In fact, LG's done such an amazing job of slimming down the bezels that the G3 is actually slightly shorter than the HTC One M8, which itself is a smaller 5-inch screen. Impressive stuff. The rear of the G3 is in fact plastic, which will disappoint fans of the HTC One M8's premium metal design. Place the G3 next to its HTC rival, however, and you'd be hard pressed to tell the difference in material. The G3 definitely looks better than the Samsung Galaxy S5, which is all plastic still, and it really doesn't have much metal at all. The G3 catches light and reflects it back in a manner that's almost indistinguishable from metal, so it really isn't a big deal that LG has used plastic, unlike Samsung where the plastic is clearly noticeable. Now, observant people will notice that the speaker is now moved to the back, and it is now a more powerful 1W affair, which people have yet to test, but supposedly it will do a lot better. Now, when you finally do stop looking at this brushed metal black and pick it up, however, there's no fooling your hands. It doesn't have the same reassuring weighty feel of cool metal, which makes the One M8 feel so premium. It does feel more like the Galaxy S5. Still, that's not to say that the G3 feels cheap, and that non-metal back brings with it some definite plus points. For example, wireless charging, micro SD support, and a removable battery. Hardcore fans have little else besides Samsung devices to choose from, thanks to the lack of flagship devices which offer both removable batteries and expandable storage, but LG has made a lot of power users very happy indeed with their latest smartphone. Now, the rear power and volume buttons, which made their debut on the G2, return on the G3, and their non-traditional location is a little bit unusual, but you'll get used to it very quickly. The buttons have been improved, they've been larger, and the volume keys themselves are larger as well, so it's a lot more comfortable to use, and it's easier to distinguish between the rear keys. Now, the screen is also really amazing. This is probably the standout feature on the G3. Its 5.5-inch screen is an insane 2560 by 1440 resolution, which is the same resolution as a high-end gaming PC monitor, except it destroys that and the smartphone competition with a crazy 534 pixels per inch count. In the flesh, the screen is really impressive. Despite its large size, it's not too awkward to use thanks to the G3's smaller footprint. Now, it is hard to tell whether all these pixels will actually make a difference in the home menus and screens at least. It does look razor sharp, but so do the G2 and the HTC One M8. Now, I would say that the camera on the LG G3 is actually pretty cool as well. Even though it retains the G2's 13 megapixel camera and optical image stabilization, it has been upgraded with the same OIS Plus system as the G Pro 2 phablet. It is a white amber dual LED flash similar to the one on the iPhone 5S, and that promises to produce more accurate colors and skin tones. Also, it has a laser autofocus sensor. It's really cool. It's not a fingerprint sensor even though it looks like it, it's actually a laser beam shooter just to the left of the camera. Now, that combined with the camera's already fairly good, excellent quality, it makes for great picture taking on the G3, so camera fans will be very happy with LG's latest smartphone. Now, under this hood, the LG G3 has either a 16GB variant or a 32GB variant. The 16GB variant comes with 2GB of RAM, the 32GB version is 3GB of RAM, and LG hasn't confirmed which versions are coming where. Both models are powered by the latest 2.5GHz version of Qualcomm's mighty Snapdragon 801 processor, which is also, again, amazing. I would say that LG's latest smartphone is their best yet for sure. The battery's better, the device is better overall, the camera's better, the screen's better, the design is better, pretty much everything on this smartphone has been upgraded. It just remains to be seen how it will actually stack up against the Galaxy S5 and HTC One M8 in terms of sales and in terms of how much people like it. Let me know what you think of this device in the comments below. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!